If there is one subgenre that has really come into popularity over the last few years, especially with the prominence of a certain video game that's coming out soon, it's Cyberpunk. And while I am eagerly awaiting CD Projekt Red's next game, this led me to think, what kind of Cyberpunk comics are out there right now? It's an interesting genre that really doesn't get enough love. So I figured today we'd highlight 4 fantastic comics that would get you hyped up for the new Cyberpunk game that's coming out next year. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, today we are talking all about the future. Let's do this. First up on my list goes to the hit mega manga sensation Battle Angel Aleta. At the start of the story, we are following a doctor named Dr. Ito as he is scrounging around through the scrapyards around his city, when he just so happens to find a young woman. What's special about this woman? Well, you're gonna have to read to find out. However, she is named Aleta. Ito ends up taking Aleta in and he ends up reviving her. However, there is one catch. She does not remember a single thing about her past. Battle Angel Aleta is a classic for all the right reasons. It's got great characters, great world building, and a badass female protagonist. Now, if you were one of the few people that ended up seeing the film that came out last year, and you thought this is really good, however, there is a lot of world building that is missing, this is for you. What ended up happening in that film is that they had to cram a few volumes of this story into a 2-hour story, and a lot got cut out. What I love so much about this story is just how well thought out and how well built the world is. This is truly a world that is frightening. The rich are very clearly in power and the ones that live down below are very clearly poor. Also, I love the different designs of all the different cyborgs in this story. They vary so much from people that have minor augmentations to full-blown, oh my god, that is hideous. As the story goes on and you progressively find out what is Aleta's backstory, you get more and more dug into this world. I have to say, this is a universe that I really did not want to leave after I finished reading the first volume of this. And if you're looking for something to scratch that cyborg itch, this is definitely a buy. Taking things back to the western side of things, I'm gonna go with Tokyo Ghost as my next choice. Written by Rick Remender and art by Sean Murphy, Tokyo Ghost is a wild ride all the way through. The story begins in the year 2089, and society has become so addicted to technology that it has crippled a lot of people. This is Rick Remender's social commentary on just how bad things can get with social media and our addiction to electronics. The story centers around 2 characters, Debbie Decay and Led Dent. At the start of the story, Led Dent is known as a constable, and constables basically go around and they take care of business for a lot of bad people. However, Debbie Decay has a special relationship with Led Dent that I'm not going to ruin here. And basically, she is trying to get him clean, get him off of being addicted to technology and to being addicted to entertainment. Their dream is to head to the one place in the world that is completely technology free right now, and of course, it is Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo Ghost to me is a gonzo comic that mixes an Orwellian nightmare with Rick Remender's amazing writing, and I could not put this down. Sean Murphy handles the artwork in here in this nightmarish world, and I gotta give him credit, it looks amazing. Of course, that's no surprise. If you've ever seen Sean Murphy's work, then what would you expect, right? He's really a perfect fit for this art. That scratchiness that he's known for, it just fits this worn down world perfectly. I love Tokyo Ghost and I'm a huge fan of Rick Remender, so this one is a buy. My third pick goes to Jonathan Hickman's dystopian future, East of West. East of West centers around the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and at the beginning of the story, 3 of the horsemen wake up to find out one of them woke up way too early. On top of that, in this particular world, the Civil War has never really ended. It's simply been an ongoing war among these different tribes and different people, and it's really just been back and forth for years. So much so that the United States has basically just been carved out among different societies and different companies. At its core though is the story of the character Death, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. You see, Death has found out that his son is very much alive and he's been captured. I will not be giving anything else away here, but I will say that if you are a fan of cyberpunk and technological warfare, this is a buy. I love the story, and Jonathan Hickman's writing here is top notch. The world building that he does here is fantastic, and you will get pulled in right away. Nick Dragotta handles the art duties in here, and it's so incredibly well done and so well thought out that every single character just oozes personality. I really love his rendition of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Each one of them looks badass. And don't let their appearance fool you. They are really, really powerful. The last choice on my list is Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell starts off in the year 2029. The story centers around Police Chief Daisuke and Major Motoko. They are on the case investigating a being called the Puppeteer. The Puppeteer is a cyber criminal who's wanted for committing various numbers of crimes via proxy by ghost hacking human beings. If you were a kid that grew up in the 90s and in the 2000s, then chances are you've seen the anime of this, and it blew your mind as a kid. I'm happy to say that the manga for me is just as good. Written by Masamune Shirow, I have to say that this is an astounding level of work. I love this man's writing in this. The world that he depicts is one that is very in line with where we are headed as a society, and for Cyberpunk, that is a big thing for me. If you look around today, you can see the advancements in cybernetics, and Ghost in the Shell really highlights just how far we can really take it. This is a world so advanced that you can replace your entire body if it's damaged bad enough. The issue is, with you becoming a full cyborg in this world, you are more susceptible to being able to be hacked. I think the common theme out of all the books that I've highlighted in this video is just how susceptible we are to this becoming our reality. And I think out of all of them, Ghost in the Shell just shows the most dystopian and the most ugly version of them. Thank you so much for checking out this video, guys. I hope you check out my other work. You can follow me on Twitter down below in the description. If you want to support this channel, Patreon is an option, and of course, if you want to order any of these books, you can find links down below to Amazon. Let me know what your favorite Cyberpunk comics are down below in the description. I love you guys. I can't wait to hear back from you. Bye.